What fuel does our body require to carry out its day-to-day functions? Food? That's right. Where do we get the food from? The cereals, pulses and vegetables on our plate come from somewhere, don't they? Where do you think they come from? Did you just say the earth? Yes, they do grow on earth, but who grows them for us? The farmers, that's right. We also get our food from animals. These animals are reared and taken care of by humans. But can't every human produce his or her own food? Do you think this is a feasible option? Imagine growing your food every day. I assure you this wouldn't be an easy job to do, and that is why we need our farmer friends. They produce food for the entire country. And with the growing population, food needs to be produced on a large scale. A lot of effort goes into the process of food production. One of the things this process includes is regular production of food. Secondly, proper management of the resources produced. And lastly, fair distribution among the people. But how did this idea of food production come into existence? What do we call production of plants in a specific area of land? Agriculture. You guessed it right. But how did man get this idea of agriculture? Man was nomadic for many years. Survival was mainly dependent on fruits, roots, and hunting of animals for food. Eventually, man learned the culture of cultivation. Man learned agriculture by observing nature. So what is the most important part among all the components in agriculture? Of course, the crops. But what exactly do we mean by crops? When seeds of a plant are grown on a large scale, we call it a crop. Crops of wheat, rice or sugarcane can be grown at a time on a piece of land. Crops can be of cereals, vegetables or pulses, but each crop needs a specific type of weather. What do you think is the most important requirement for agriculture? Soil, that's right. But do you know that soil needs to be prepared for crop production? Yes, soil is usually found solidified into hard chunks of soil mass. This soil needs to be softened and loosened. Why does soil need to be loosened up before cultivation? The answer is simple. Loose soil will allow more air to pass to the roots of the plants. This will in turn aid the growth of the plant, leading to good crop production. Do you know any natural agents that help this process? We usually refer to them as friends of the farmers. Yes, the answer is earthworms. They help loosen the soil and also in soil aeration. Do you know another advantage of loosening of the soil? It also helps the soil to retain water. Plants mostly take nutrients from the top layers of soil and they are unable to go deeper into the soil. Loosening up the soil helps to turn the lower soil and makes it accessible to the plant. Thus, the nutrients in the lower layers are brought up to the upper layers of the soil. So, what is this process of loosening and turning of soil called? We call it tilling or ploughing in agriculture. How is tilling and ploughing done by man? Have you heard the name of an equipment called plough? Yes, I'm sure you have. It helps to loosen the soil. But what if the soil is hard? Would it be easy to plough? No, it won't be. Hence, the soil may have to be watered before ploughing. Even after ploughing, huge chunks of soil could be left behind. These chunks need to be broken down into smaller fragments. Soil also needs to be leveled so that the land is even and sowing of seeds can take place on this land. What if the soil has not regained its fertility? Do we add some manure to it? Yes, of course. Manure too can be added to make the soil fertile. Now let us look closely at the equipments that aid the process of tilling or ploughing the land. There are mainly 3 types of equipments used in the first stage of agriculture. A plough, hoe and a cultivator are the 3 major ones.
field visit for 5th standard for seeing different varieties of crops. First, we will see the paddy field. And with this only we daily eat rice. A coat will be there over the rice. You can see sir is also, it is ready for harvesting. If we come little early at the time when they start growing this crop, it would be very nice. But now it is ready for harvest. You can see Dasegoda sir is harvesting. Yes or no? Yes, sir.